Today is a day that I have been looking forward to since last fall. If you guys remember, we went to the Toyo Trail Pass at Big Bear, and I somehow won a set of wheels literally designed for a Lexus GX, which is my car. And now my tires finally showed up, which means that I have a brand new set of tires to put on a brand new set of wheels to put on my car, and to say I'm excited would be an understatement. We're gonna go drop it off at the tire shop, get them swapped out, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like. All right, you guys, my car is done and it looks so good. So a huge thanks to Alpha Wheels for the wheels and then Toyo Tires for helping us get tires. It looks so good. All right, you guys, something arrived that Riley is especially excited about.
Woo! Tonight, a machine will be washing the dishes for me. Hopefully it fits in the hole we made. Oh. This is for you.
It says, do not install off-grid.
The good news is I think it fits in the hole that we made for it.
I'm pretty sure having an outlet in the end of a peninsula is code, but also it's just really nice to have an outlet in the end of the peninsula. So this is like my blender air fryer outlet.
Now, does this shallow box fit? Oh, perfect. Leave it to Courtney to design a complicated under the kitchen sink.
Complicated yet fully functional stove storage. Step one went really well.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay. It's power time. Ready?
Yeah.
Turn the power on. And turn the water on.
Oh. I think it worked.
Checking for leaks now. Fingers crossed, no leaks. I don't have patience for leaks today.
So, why are we using this kind of expensive, crazy, hard to get drawer dishwasher? There's two reasons. There's three reasons. The first one is that it's very low water consumption. So a normal cycle in this should use less than 2 gallons of water. That's really appealing, especially when we're hauling our own water. The second reason is actually very low power consumption as well. We don't know how much power it's actually going to use. We'll report back on that. And then the third reason is that we didn't have to sacrifice a whole cabinet space. We still have a big drawer underneath for storage. I think the last reason is it's just the two of us. It would take forever to fill up a normal dishwasher, and now we can run this one more often.
And the fifth reason is because it looks cool.
I guess there are 5 reasons. This sounds a little weird, but we're supposed to add 3 cups of water into the drawer and then run a rinse cycle.
Oh.
I think we need to take all the tape out. This feels really wrong, but I'm gonna do it. Are you ready?
Yep. Oh my god, it's coming out all over the floor.
I knew we were gonna do that. And then I'm gonna close it. Okay.
Whoa, it made sounds. We have a dishwasher.
It's supposed to be really, really quiet. I think we're good. We can hear the pump turn on, and there it goes. And water's coming out, but it's going where it's supposed to.
What do you think of this thing, Bailey?
There we go.
Dishwasher.
Like that, we have a dishwasher.
Check. Billy, what's going on? Did you get some peanut butter? I love the rain. Our fire down there, on the other hand, it doesn't love the rain so much. It got so muddy out there, I started slipping and sliding all over the place. Not a good thing to do with the chainsaw.
Well guys, we had grand plans to work on the road this week and then it hasn't stopped raining. And I don't think that we're going to be driving any equipment on our road anytime soon. So, we went to Home Depot and we're going to do a project that I think that I'm more excited about than Riley, but our tile is here for our kitchen backsplash and it's time to get this kitchen officially completely done.
I was definitely looking forward to working outside this week, but you can't control the weather, so it's going to feel good to get this project finally actually completed.
What on earth is going on?
A big mess. I'm doing some wireless wiring today. Oh, and I just turned the lights off. When we were doing our rough electrical wiring in this apartment, we ran into a problem. We had this doorway, and then we knew we wanted to have cabinets on both sides, which left us with absolutely nowhere to put an electrical box for a switch. But I found a really cool solution, and that's these Pico remotes. So today I'm working on getting these installed. They're gonna go right here on the side of our refrigerator cabinet. Whoop, I keep turning the lights off. Now we're gonna have a way to control both the kitchen and the living room lights from right here and from over there. These Pico remotes are pretty cool. They can be used just as a regular remote, but we're using the wall mounting kit, so it's gonna look like a regular switch. Got the smart switches installed, so now the remotes over there work. Check it out. Hey, it didn't work. Oh, wait, maybe it did work. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this one instead. And now this is a pretty cool feature. Hey Google, turn on the kitchen lights. Believe it or not, I actually priced it out and it was cheaper to buy the smart switches and the wireless remotes than it was to buy the copper wire we would have needed to run a three-way switch by pulling the wire from one switch to the other. That's pretty crazy. Good morning, guys. So the rain has finally left us, but now in its place, it's snowing out there. We have a project today that we're pretty excited about. It's something we've never worked with before, and we're gonna see what we can get done in this kitchen.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize you don't know what's coming down. I got you hypnotized.
I don't know if we showed you guys this before, but we added this cool recessed outlet that we found at Home Depot behind the stove, and that let us get it the last half an inch all the way up against the wall. But now I can't figure out how to unplug it.
Pliers, maybe?
Yeah, I think I need pliers. These ones don't fit. There we go.
Take a real close look now. I'm going to show you how. I'm about to get down. So keep it up right now. So keep it up. So keep it up with me. I need to move. I need to feel the beat. Don't be a fool. You wanna hang with me.
Normally I would show you guys the tile by carrying it up here and holding it in place, but I can't do that. So let's go check it out. When I ordered this tile, I measured, but I didn't really grasp the concept of its size until it arrived, and holy cow, it is ginormous. These are 2 foot by 4 foot porcelain tiles. They are ginormous, they are so beautiful, and I cannot wait to see what they look like up in the space. I don't even think these are gonna really fit on our tile saw to cut them, so we're gonna have to get a little creative. I hope that this works like I planned.
Life isn't easy. You gotta roll the dice. You wanna change. Join the paradise. So bring it on if you wanna hang with me.
We're going to keep them on the table while we cut them, and hopefully the table supports them enough that they don't want to crack and break. They are porcelain tiles, so they should be really strong, but we didn't order a single extra.
It costs a lot of money to order an extra tile when they're this big.
Right. You know I know we kick it like no one else. We kick it like no one
Oh, there's an outlet.
Oh, dang it.
We're not done yet. I think it's gonna fit. Now we just need to figure out the outlet. All right, we're gonna go attempt what is the most difficult part, I think, cutting out the outlets. The radius of this blade is too big now to finish this cut from the front, so I'm gonna flip it over and cut it from the back.
Take a real close look now. Baby, I'm versatile. Watch me when
So sweet. All right.
Oh, gosh, it looks so good.
real close look now.
This is my favorite tile tool called the tile holder. It keeps them from falling over when you muck them up.
We'd like to take a moment to thank Kamikoto Knives for sponsoring this video. After a year of living in our truck camper, we are so happy to have a real kitchen again. And I've really been enjoying getting back into cooking, which I knew meant I needed to up our knife game. We've been using Kamikoto knives for a few months now, and we've been really impressed. The knives arrived in a heavy-duty ashwood box, which would make a great present. They're made with high-quality Japanese steel using traditional techniques. Each one is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee. So if you're like us and you've been considering upping your knife game, now is the time.
And while Courtney's cooking may be award-winning to me, the real testament is that these knives are used by Michelin star chefs all over the world.
Head to kamikoto.com/emission strikes and use the code emission strikes for $50 off your order. And thanks again to Kamikoto for sponsoring this video.
This is going to be the most difficult tile we have to do on this entire job, so it's time to do a little cat work.
That looks really good. This looks very manageable.
Yeah, I know. And then the tile's like... Let's go see if we can get this transferred to a tile.
It is now snow hailing outside. It's cold today. We had some really warm weather in like the 60s. I think the high today is 40 and it feels cold.
Now we're going to mark the Sharpie lines out with tape because the Sharpie washes away with the water. Well, here goes nothing. Woo!
Is it gonna fit? Let's find out.
I sure hope it fits.
I think it's gonna fit. I think Riley did a great job. It's gonna fit, no problem. Okay. Whoa.
What?
It doesn't just fit. It fits perfectly.
That is awesome.
Good job.
This is the first time I've ever really used the grinder this much for tile work, and I have to say, I think it's way more precise than the tile saw. Tile number 3, which means we're halfway there because we only bought 6 tiles. Looks like I need to cut a hair out of here. That's gonna let this pivot. It's probably time to decide if we're going all the way up this wall or not.
Something that's taken us a really long time to figure out is that we don't have to both equally love the project we're working on. Then one of us is frustrated. And so like tile is definitely something that brings me joy. And so I think Riley does it because it brings me joy. I know that there's other projects he'd rather be doing. So it's like that compromise of today we're tiling and then tomorrow we'll do something that brings Riley joy. And so I think finding that balance and just acknowledging that like not every project needs to be both of our favorite projects is really important. I am loving how this is turning out. It looks so amazing. I would like to use a piece over here to help tie everything together at the coffee bar, and I think we have a remnant that's gonna work.
All right, here goes nothing. We're gonna start with the middle tile because it's the most critical and then work both directions from there. Hopefully we get these up on the wall.
This is about to be such an epic transformation. Although this is also the messiest part, so hopefully we don't make a giant mess in the kitchen.
Now I'm back buttering the tile a little bit, and that really helps promote the adhesion to the wall.
The way I think about back buttering is like, if you had a piece of bread and you like melted cheese on it, and then you just like dropped it on the counter, you could probably just lift it right back up and the cheese wouldn't stick. But if you had a piece of bread with cheese on it and another piece of bread with cheese on it, and you smush the two together, you like can't get them apart.
That's a funny analogy. You must be hungry.
So it really helps the tiles get embedded and really want to stick to the wall.
These things are called spin doctors, and we have found them to be a huge help on these large format tiles to get all the grout joints flat and not have limpage. They also really help to lock everything down while we're setting the tiles until the mortar can cure. I got snacks in my mouth.
How big's your snack cabinet these days?
My snack cabinet has expanded exponentially. This tile is so tight in here that this plastic is keeping us from getting it in, so I'm going to pull the plastic out and try not to damage the countertops. The good news is that this fits. Now I have to figure out how to take it out and then get the mortar on without making a huge mess.
Nice.
Sweet.
Wow, that is a neat job. Wow. That looks
It actually went in!
amazing. What a big tile.
Last piece.
Normally on this type of thing we would use Schluter or some sort of bullnose edge, but these tiles have like a really nice honed edge and the color is really close to the color of the tiles. So we decided to just leave them raw. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Give it the wiggle shake.
These tiles are so hard to get in a position. All right, so since we didn't break any tiles in the kitchen, we even had a big enough piece left over to do the bathroom backsplash. When we glued this countertop down, a lot of you asked why we didn't install the faucet before we glued the countertop down. But if we had put the faucet in before we glued the countertop on, then it would be way in the way for doing this backsplash. So yeah, it's gonna be a pain to have to crawl up underneath here to install the faucet, but it'd be way more difficult to install the tile with the faucet in the way.
Wow. It looks amazing.
Oh, that turned out awesome. Sweet.
It looks so good.
Really glad we had a leftover piece for that.
What happened to your sock?
I stepped in a big old ball of mortar on the floor. So now I'm like a pirate. Like a peg leg, one sock. We have had a ton of fun sharing our projects with you guys, and so if you're enjoying this series, the easiest way that you can support our channel is just to go ahead and subscribe and keep watching our videos.
I don't feel like we can properly admire this with the state that the kitchen's in, so stand by, we're gonna clean this up. I know it's not done. In a few days I'll have to grout it and caulk it, but I had to see what it looked like. And it looks so good.
I was pretty skeptical when these giant tiles showed up on a pallet, but I'm really impressed with how good they came out.
I can't believe that our kitchen is almost done. We have 2 more projects we're going to be sharing with you guys, one of them involving a hood for above the range. That'll probably come in a few weeks. I think for now we're just going to soak in this victory. And
I'm also just stoked that that means we are completely done with all the tile work in here. So with that, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.